Hey everyone, it's Miles and Eric from Sneakdoor Melbourne here. We're here to talk about Democracy and Dogma, the latest data pack from FFG. How's it going, Eric?
It's pretty good. How you been today, Miles?
I'm fantastic, thank you, Eric. What have you been playing lately?
I've been playing Nero.
Oh yeah!
Yeah. Which we'll come to in a second. I've been playing my Wayland deck that I've been working on for ages and
Yeah.
fiddling around with the little things.
Signature Wayland.
Signature Wayland.
Yeah.
Jack's
Okay.
Renaissance.
Yeah, nice, that's
Forever.
very cool.
What about you?
I've been playing NEH, and I've been playing Chameleon Kate, which as it turns out is awesome.
Yeah,
It's
the
really
program
fun.
special is we just played it and it's pretty sick.
Yeah, you just get to install things all the time, do shape of things. It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Alright, let's get into it. D-Dog.
Damn dog.
Damn dog. Yeah. So the first card is Political Graffiti.
Yeah. So Political Graffiti is I don't know what I'm gonna play, but it's cool. I really like the idea. Like it provokes the purge. It may be a deck where you're not playing a lot of viruses. So many good viruses in Anarch. Like, why wouldn't you be playing some of them?
Yeah.
But like another thing to like waste the corpse time. Like it can slow down the game a bit. And I think we're seeing a lot of stuff over the Mumbad cycle that's about slowing the game down.
Yeah, sure, that's a fair point. I thought this was way better because I initially was dumb and read it literally as the agenda you install it on, because it says, add as a hosted counter with the text, this agenda is worth -1 agenda point. Now that apparently means 1 less agenda point, but I thought it meant literally a -1 agenda point.
Right, so as an agenda in their area.
Yeah, like you turn a 5/3 into a CQ for the corp, and I was like, well, that's really good.
That would be ridiculous.
But yeah, anyway, it's not quite as good as that.
Still pretty good though, I think.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I mean, fuck up that medtech matchup.
Yeah, fucking medtech matchup. And we all know we're all trying to improve our medtech matchup, right? Out there in
I wish it was still more of a thing.
It's fine. Alright, next up is Nero Severn.
Yeah.
So, Prince in the future. Once per turn, you may jack out when you encounter a sentry. He's got 1 link.
Which is important.
He's got a normal deck size. Eric, you've been playing this guy. Why don't you tell us about him?
Okay. Well, first I'm curious to hear what your first impressions were. Because he got a bit of negative flack from the competitive community. I think he's been dismissed more or less out of hand by a lot of people.
Okay.
As being a low-powered criminal in a meta where there aren't many strong criminals outside of Stealth Andy, which has a very swinging matchup.
Sure. Okay, well my initial reaction is I like accessing things better than not accessing things, so I don't like all the cards related to jacking out.
Okay.
That was my main thing. But I can see the economic benefit of blowing a sentry, running into a sentry and going, you have to res this, and it just won't do anything, force the architect res. But yeah, I mean that's what I think.
Yeah.
But you've been playing him, so
yeah. My deck building conceit was you're obviously going to be playing Reflection with him.
Yeah.
You need to sort of pay attention to the ability and try to make the most of it. Otherwise, there's no point. You can't just take good criminal cards and chuck it in here. You actually have to look at it and be like, what's the best we can make Nero? And so people who are playing with Au revoir, I think that's the way to go. Sure, it takes up 3. MU, but the fact that you've got Cloud turned on with your console, which is very important, means you can get this rig set up where you are making money every time you basically you can spend a click to run on an unprotected server, jack out, and if you've got a couple of Au revoirs out and you've got your console out, you get 2 credits and you get to see a random card from HQ, and that's really good. I wasn't used to having that much information about what was on the board.
Okay.
Until I started playing Nero. But knowing just about everything that's in HQ is actually pretty cool because you can anticipate what's going to start hitting the board. You can make more informed choices. And otherwise tight games become a little less tight.
Okay.
You've also got really good economy efficiency, and like you say, when you run on an unresed piece of ice, the onus is on the corp to either res it and deny you the income and that expose, or you can just keep hammering that and just making money, so it's good for you either way.
Sure. Okay. Cool. There you go. Now we know. Nero, of course, comes with his console, which is Reflection, his dope little monocle device. +1 memory, +1 link, which is cool because it lets you do Underworld Contacts thing. I like how Underworld Contacts has made a bit of a comeback because when it first came out, it was a bit of a joke. It was kind of like, why do you do this? You do access to global sec, whatever. But we got Nexus, we got more stuff to do with Link, so it's cool that it's made a comeback. Yeah, when you jack out, the corp reveals a card from HQ at random. We sort of talked about that, so we're going to move on swiftly and with great vigor. All right, Spy Camera. Ugh.
I don't know.
Spy camera you can have 6 of. Click. Look at the top X cards of your stack and arrange them in any order. X is the number of copies of Spy camera installed. Trash. Look at the top card of R&D. So you can put it in Geist and draw a card.
Yeah, you
That's
can
the
like.
thing.
It's sort of like the way I thought about this was similar access to global security clearance. Like
Yeah,
you
but
play
it's
it,
worse
it's worse
for that. And
Yeah.
I still don't think that's a good ability.
Yeah, and like spending 6 deck slots to like get them all out, and then spend a click to get like a Mr. Lee-esque sort of consistency.
Yeah,
thing.
ordering it stack isn't that good.
It's more like Rolodex, and Rolodex is pretty
pretty bad. Yeah. All right. Well, we don't know any. We don't understand this card.
Sick art though. It's so cool. And
Yeah, it
like
looks
the
cool.
Ganesh-headed like Vitruvian man is amazing on that little flyer.
Oh, that is
And there's
really
like
cool.
a QR code on top. I'm trying to like get the art. Oh, probably
It goes to the artist's website.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Which
cool.
is pretty cool. Yeah, the art is amazing on this card actually.
Oh, that's
It's really
sick.
nice. Okay, Political Operative, the card that we have heard everything
Terrible.
about.
Terrible
Oh, really?
card.
Yeah.
Don't play it.
Oh, don't play it. Yeah, good call. Yeah, so this is the anti-Caprice card that we've all been screaming for so long.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's really good. A mate of mine's playing it in a Valencia deck with Blackmail, and that's exactly as pleasant as it sounds.
Yeah, it's so good and
Yeah, I mean, a lot's been said about this card. It's good. You're going to see a lot of it. Your protection upgrades are not as safe as they used to be.
It's one influence.
Yeah, it's one influence.
one influence, and I guess there's a reason why they're sort of bringing out the next game night kit cycle. We're going to start getting more promo political operatives, which is great because I'm putting it in every day.
Yeah, he's going to go in a lot of decks.
Now I'll have enough political operatives to, you know,
trash everything.
Yeah, I don't have to buy a second data pack. I'm not sure if that's good business sense by FFG actually, but there you go.
Yeah, FFG.
Yeah. On the point, actually, like one thing worth noting is that he has to like pay the trash cost, and so I think I noticed with this is that in the IG matchup, Caprice and Archives or whatever you've got going on, political operatives. Sometimes you wish it was a different card.
Sure, that makes sense. Because Caprice on Archives in IG is amazing.
Yeah, like it's 8 to trash or whatever.
Oof.
And you're just like, do I want to spend 8 credits to go in there and take a bunch of net damage or whatever?
Yeah, sure.
It's pretty rough.
Alright, next is a Shaper program. It's Sagyojata. This is cool.
Very cool.
This is one of the new Shaper programs that just does cool, interesting things with your board.
Yeah.
So it's 1 to break ice subroutine on a piece of ice with 3 or more subtypes. So there's that sweet Panchit Hunter combo.
Yep.
1 for 1 strength. It's got 2 strength and it's an AI. 2 credits to swap Sagyojata with a Diva program from your grip. Now I haven't looked at these really closely, but the Divas synergize or something, don't they?
Right, so the FAQ on swapping is that you don't have to pay the install cost of the new Diva card.
Really?
You're just paying 2 to replace the card that's on the board with a card from your hand. So
okay.
there are some others that have been spoiled. I don't really like talking about spoilers before cards come out. But basically,
There's
if there's
one
a
more.
Diva that costs more than Sagyojata, it might be more economical to swap them out.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you want them both on the board, you're going to have them both there. So
I
what
see.
your rig looks like with a bunch of Divas is going to be really interesting.
So they're all. I've just pulled up the Anarch one, which is Agora, and that's in a couple of sets time.
I think it's in the last one. I think it's in
The
Fear the
last one.
Masses.
Yeah, and that's like breaks subroutine on a piece of ice that has a res cost of 5 or greater. So
Not
they're all
strength of 5 or greater, res cost.
yeah.
Which is really interesting.
Really interesting. So they're
it
all.
breaks through Lotus Field,
Oh, it does too. That's
right?
cool. Yeah.
It breaks through Little Engine.
Yeah. So they're all just basically weird AI programs with weird specific restrictions that you can swap around. And it's interesting. I think it's a really cool idea.
Yeah, I'm really curious to like when all the Diva programs come out, just sit them all side by side, get a spreadsheet,
Yeah, just figure it out.
just figure out what you can and can't break and what you need to fill that gap.
We haven't seen the criminal one yet.
Which that's
So
kind
it
of
could be
exciting.
something, yeah.
Well, we're hoping there'll be one.
Yeah. Okay,
Seems
well,
like a safe assumption.
yeah, so this is something we're interested in. Alright, want to go to the next one?
One more thing. Do you
Yeah.
think it's worth playing right now? Just with Panther and sort of on its own? Is it good enough?
What does this hit now that's commonly played?
Well, you've got a lot of Byrods. You've got Ichi it'll take care of.
It hits Itchy. God, I can't think of many off the top of my
I
head.
think it might hit Archangel.
Kogate Tracer? I don't think so.
Ambush.
Is it an ambush? Oh yeah, it's an ambush because Archangel's amazing. Yeah, it hits Archangel. It hits...
Just about every Tracer piece of ice.
Yeah,
Every Tracer piece of ice has
lot
at
of
least
tracers.
2.
Yeah,
Up
so
to
it's
3.
combo-y.
Yeah, with Panther it hits
Hacha,
almost
hacha.
all pieces of ice.
Yeah.
except for like really sort of stock.
Yeah, but maybe
So-
that's what the criminal for. So there could be a potential for a really interesting breaker suite.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it
Yeah.
shakes out.
Let's talk about the new runner current, and let's talk about the Jinteki current at the same time.
That's
because
really
they're
good idea.
basically the same thing, except the Jinteki one's better.
Yeah.
So we have freedom through equality and clones are not people.
Which both have amazing thematically
Which is a nice
rich
interaction, yeah.
art. Oh my god, so cool.
Yeah, and it's like the philosophical stand of these runners versus Jinteki's philosophical stand, which is clones are not people.
Yeah,
Which
and
is
the more
pretty cool.
successful you are, like the more
Yeah.
your ends are snowballed. Do you want to talk about the art on freedom through equality?
What?
Well, someone pointed out online, I'm not sure who it was, I think I saw it in like Netrunner Gigs or something, the gesture they're making with their hands in the back of their necks would hide like a barcode.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So if anyone's doing this, you have no idea whether they're a clone
Cool.
or a natural or whatever.
Yeah,
they're called.
very cool.
Yeah.
So these both have the standard current text, and then it's when you for the runner one, it's when you steal an agenda, add freedom through equality to your score as area as an agenda worth 1 point, and the corp is when you score an agenda. So they basically augment your next score.
Yep.
The runner one is okay.
Because you're less likely to know when you're going to score.
Yeah. So the runner one's okay, but the corp one's interesting because we're seeing it in conjunction with 5-3s, like the future perfects.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the future. What am I saying? Sorry, with 4-2s, not 5-3s.
Okay.
So you turn your 4-2 into a semi 5-3
Hmm.
because you go install advance on your corporate sales team or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you go advance, play this, score. So
Yeah.
you're guaranteed 3 points. So that's a pretty interesting little interaction. You can also, if you really want,
You could do a 3-2 and just not tell
it's
it.
just so there's like risky plays you can do with it as well. That's the safest play
Yeah.
to do it to guarantee yourself extra points. But you can also do really risky plays like play it and then install double events future perfect next turn.
Yeah.
So
Or you could, I don't know if this is where anyone else's mind went with this, but I was thinking like you play it one turn, hope they don't get it next turn, and then you just clone retirement.
yeah, sure, that's a way to do it too. Yeah, 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, clone retirement's a card that exists. I mean, the safe play was this is playing it the same turn as you score an agenda.
Yeah.
Which is why it's a cool design. Because it's hard. It's a risk play, but potentially a very nice little risk.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. Next is probably the worst card in the game, Akshara Serene.
I'm just
Spoiler alert.
waiting on the edge of my seat for the crazy card that comes out later
To
in the data
justify
cycle
this.
that makes it the best card in Netrunner.
It's so bad,
Right,
though.
I have no idea why you play this.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I mean, given that one of the most dominant corp strategies for the entire game is based around gaining an extra click, sometimes. Like,
Giving it to the corp all of the time.
yeah, it's pretty bad.
Oh.
Yeah, a corp click is worth a lot more than a runner click.
Yeah, by a massive margin. I
Yeah.
think okay, so look, let's try really hard to talk about like when Akshara Serene is not terrible.
Okay.
That's the thing I want to do. So it's better if the other player, you know, they're playing like 5-3s or something. They're playing like really slow advanced sort of glacier stuff, like
Yeah.
MedTech or Food Coats, maybe. Those guys are packing bios.
So
anyway.
only 5-3s.
Only 5-3s. They're only playing 5-3s. It's less terrible.
Okay, so your opponent's playing 6 agenda medtech.
yeah,
Okay,
it's less bad.
it's less bad. Okay, so
It means you get like an extra run on it or something. I don't know. And then, what was the one that came out in the last data pack? Populist Rally.
Which one's that?
Pay 2. If you have a CD card installed, you can play it. It's 2
Oh, that
credits,
one, yeah.
and then the corp gets 1 less click on their turn.
Oh, that's the combo. Is that the combo?
I don't
Is
know.
that the
That's
intended
the
combo?
closest thing. I
That's
can
so
think
bad.
of. Thematically, they both have her on it.
I like that. I like all the thematic stuff going on with her. She's sort of up in everything.
And her
That's
brother,
nice
we've
also.
seen a bit more of in this pack as
Oh,
well.
who's that?
I
Is that
forget his
Disco?
name. His text is on Commercial Bankers Group,
Oh, really?
and his face is on
Oh, yeah.
Political Dealings.
Dude, he is too. And his flavor text is on political dealings.
Oh,
Well, we'll
really?
get to that in a minute.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Alright, on to the corporation.
Nice.
That's so we're not really like. Huh?
I was just saying Shark Serene is terrible.
Yeah, you should play it against me specifically. Alright, Councilman. This is a very polarizing card, actually.
Mm.
Yeah, because the competitive community as a whole is sort of like, well, just crap political operative. But it seems to do a lot of work.
Yeah, it's
Like whenever I've seen
usually
it played,
cheaper.
it's good. Yeah.
It's usually cheaper to use. It's great. You know that okay, so this is very specific. That IG scenario we mentioned before. The instance when basically there are sometimes an asset or an upgrade's res cost is greater than its trash cost. Sometimes the other way around.
Yeah.
This deals with IG Biolock much better.
Yeah. And there's the noise thing too, because it prevents a Jackson res.
Yeah.
So you could install this and then run archives. I think the main difference between this and PolUp, apart from the fact that you got to pay the res cost instead of the trash cost, which is just I don't know, whatever.
It's interesting.
Is that PolUp you can install and just have it preemptively, so it can sit there all game until you need to go in. Whereas this you need to install on the turn you want to use it, really. Right?
Because
otherwise it'll pre-res their Caprice and you just, okay. I think that's the main difference. But I don't think it's a bad little card. It's got some use. I've been seeing it in DLR and noise decks and stuff like that, mostly to stop the Jackson pop.
Yeah.
It seems to work pretty well.
I like it in Anarch to deal with glacial stuff as well. If you want to try to get into the remote. Or am I just talking out of my ass here?
No.
Yeah, I like it because it got less influence as well. Not that you're really worried about it in Anarch right now, but it's nice to have a neutral option.
Yeah, but I mean it's a neutral, maybe slightly worse, maybe more situational.
Yeah.
Alternative to political operative.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good too, actually. All right, next is a card. It's for the Haas-Bioroid Corporation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they're all just corporations except Wayland, aren't they?
Which is a consortium.
It's a consortium. This is a 5/3. It's called Voting Machine Initiative. I always like anything that implies voter fraud is occurring. Place 3 agendas on Voting Machine Initiative. When you score it, when the runner's turn begins, you can spend a counter. If you do, the runner loses click if able. This is a 5/3 that's not called Global Food Initiative and consequently will not see very much play.
On the other hand...
Okay. On the other hand, if your opponent, you're in the Akshara Serene, all 3 pointers matter.
You're really going to shut them down.
You're going to shut them right down.
Right the hell down. People have been talking about this with Heinlein Grid, if you go on more of the jank runner,
oh god, yeah, okay.
Spectrum. Yeah, that's a thing.
Yep, Heinlein Grid, that's the one from a billion years ago where you lose a click. If you spend or lose a click when you're on the serve, you lose all your credits.
Yeah.
It's the card that was going to bring you back. Yeah, totally.
Oh, cool.
It's the card that was going to bring Stronger Together back, remember?
I played that deck. I made that deck.
Yeah, so did I.
It was the slowest deck in the world.
I made it too. It was real bad, man.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
Then you just played it in ETF, and it was straight better, and then you just
was
slowly subbed out all of the cards.
All the Bioroids.
Yeah.
And you ended up with food coats, exactly. Cool. Man. Or whatever food coats was at that time. Alright, next HB one is Clone Suffrage Movement. Jeez, very excited to be there on the shoulders of that man. I don't think he's very excited to be there.
He doesn't feel excitement.
Not want to be there.
He cannot feel excitement.
When your turn begins, you may add 1 operation from Archives to HQ if there is no ice protecting the server. So every corp got a
political asset.
A political asset. Well, they're asset political. They all cost a small amount to res, 1 or 0.
Mm-hmm.
They all have a trash cost of 2, and they're all quite strong.
Yeah, so the effect is as strong as some of the strongest in-faction cards. I think almost every one of them has basically the same effect as one of the core set 0-cost operations for those factions. So
close to actually. You are actually correct.
So Clone Suffrage Movement is almost exactly Archived Memories.
Yeah, you're totally right. That's cool.
Yeah, Bioethics Association is like an asset version of Neural NMP.
Yeah.
Since the Actors Union is better than Anonymous
Better than Anonymous Tip, yep.
And Commercial Bankers Group is
well spotted. That's awesome. Yeah, so this is a card people sort of wanted to put in Blue Sun initially, because you can do the Oversight AI shenanigans.
Yeah, you can do it with all of these in Blue Sun, which is interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this is a card, I don't know, I don't really know where you fit it, because I don't know if it's got enough impact. It's a good effect, but I don't know if it's that good, because Archive Memories a lot of the time you'll use for Ash or Adonis or Caprice or something like that.
Something really key.
So I don't necessarily know when you'd use it, but I can see that it's a powerful effect.
Yeah.
Recursion is powerful, so I think this will probably see some play, but I can't exactly see it, but it probably will.
Alright, yeah, I think again, super jank runner. Like, it becomes less likely to be trashed. Like, to make the most of these, you want them to stick around longer, but you can't really expect it.
Yeah.
You could try making this stick around longer. The way HP would do that is with Oaktown Grid or encryption protocols
Yep.
and stuff like that, which is a thing I've been seeing around Jinteki.
Yeah.
People doing like the product recall stuff, which is in this cycle as well. So I don't know, maybe there's some kind of design imperative going on there.
Yeah, there's a thing.
Yeah.
That's the jank runner. Yeah, but I mean the Blue Sun combo that I was talking about, for those who don't know, is you have this down and you install Oversight, a big beefy piece of mofo in front of it, and then you order the things. You order the order of
When
triggers.
turn begins.
Yeah, so you
Because
return
you're
the ice to your hand. You gain your $15 or whatever.
Mhm.
The Oversight AA goes into the bin, and now there's no ice protecting the server, so you pull it back and you just keep doing it again.
Oh, right. So you're recurring the oversight to keep doing the same thing on the server until they can deal with it.
Yeah. So that's a pretty cool interaction.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty serious.
Pretty cool interaction. Yeah. And it's nice. So I would expect some people to try this instead of Adonis and just like see what happens.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cool. The next one is the current Terror. It's Bioethics Association.
I'm surprised and delighted that this has taken off so much.
Okay.
Because I looked at these and I looked at the effect on this one and I was just like, oh wow, that could be pretty oppressive if it hung around for a while. I'm not sure if it will. But of course, IG.
Yeah. So IG is now, as you're probably aware, a big thing. And this card's a big part of it because you just throw it out. You have your hostile infrastructures and your IG power.
Yeah.
This card costs $1 billion to trash. And it just sits there and just grinds you to death. So this is, I mean, this has really given the IG grinder archetype some serious legs. And you never have to score. You just sit there and this just pings your opponent to death over like 20 minutes.
Yeah, or they can just sit there and keep trying to draw. Like, what trying to get out of the hole is really frustrating. It's super oppressive.
Yeah, it's super oppressive.
Really strong strategy.
Yeah, it's not that good out of other ideas because I've seen a lot of people try it with like biotech and stuff.
Or RP.
Or RP. And it's not that great in those, but it's very strong in IG.
Yeah.
Yeah, good card. Political dealings.
It's really cool!
Yeah.
It's weird!
Yeah, whenever you draw an agenda, you may reveal and install it. So the idea is brain trust and stuff. Well, infraction, because it's for influence, which they've obviously done because if it was less influence, it goes into NBN and the game collapses. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, you can do... I think the thinking here is you can... you've got brain trust, you've got phyletic entanglement, you've got medical breakthroughs. Yeah. And for 4/2s, you've got maybe Trick of Light as well.
Yeah, that's true.
In faction. So
Trick of Light.
Between these cards, you can fast advance out a whole suite of 2-point agendas.
Yeah, it's res cost 4, trash cost 3.
Which is the same as Mumbai Construction Co. Interestingly enough.
Yeah, that is interesting. So this is sort of the weird Jinteki fast advance stream that's been around for quite a while.
Yeah.
Which is the Trick of Light. Medical breakthrough, Tenon, sort of. There's a few cards that are like weird Jinteki fast advance cards, and this is one of them. And yeah, I mean, I'd like to see it work, honestly, because it's cool.
I don't know how you get it to stick around on the board for long enough.
Yeah.
But I noticed something. I tried this out briefly. I played one game with it. Hold that thought.
Yeah.
I was playing an Impalana. I had an Agroplex out. I had Daily Business Show out.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And I could just choose what I wanted to like chuck on top.
Okay.
And I had Heritage Committees in there. I never got to try it out.
Okay.
Obviously lost the game because I had no idea what I was doing. And it was just crazy stuff happening everywhere. But Heritage Committee plays nicely with this as well.
Yeah.
So within this particular, within the Mumbad cycle, you've got some options to get this to go off fairly consistently. As to how the hell you get it to stay on the board, I have no idea.
Yeah, because I just realized when I was looking at it, the problem with this thing is you pay 4, but it might just not do anything.
Right.
Like, nothing.
You have to have that consistency to make it worthwhile, which is interesting.
Because you've got no idea if you're going to draw an agenda.
Yeah.
Oh, precog combo.
Bring back Shiro!
Bring back Shiro. Oh, man, that's a deck.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, come at me.
I love Shiro.
Oh, freaking Shiro, man. Alright, the next card is an NBN card. It's called Sensi Actors Union.
We just played a game where 2 games where you got this off, didn't we?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's huge.
It's pretty good.
Crazy.
Because, okay, so when your turn begins, you may draw 3 cards if there is no ice protecting the server. If you do add 1 card from HQ to the bottom of R&D. It's 0 to res, it's trash cost of 2. Now, a very important thing to point out here is that you draw 3, and then you add any card from HQ. So not necessarily one of the ones you just drew.
Right.
Anything. So when we were playing before, I was flooded. So I res this thing, and then I had one of the agendas that I was flooded with at the bottom of R&D.
Oh,
Because
cool.
I had, well, not flooded, I had 3 agendas in hand. And I was kind of like,
That's quite a few. It's more than you want to have.
more than you want. So I res this,
Mm.
and then I drew 3, non-agendas, added one of my existing agendas to the bottom of R&D, and then I was pretty happy.
And then you actually managed to get 2 of these off with some team sponsorship
Yeah,
shenanigans, which was even more insane.
That's the next stage of this. And then the other thing is you get your mandatory draw. So you do this ability,
right.
and then your mandatory, and that's powerful. That's 4 cards. So there's 2 ways. There's interesting things I see with this card because it's inevitably getting compared to Daily Business Show. I've just swapped them out, straight swap, just to see what's going to happen. What I've noticed so far is that it gets trashed immediately, like it gets nuked on site because it's such a strong effect.
Yeah.
It's almost painful to have it out for too long because
you just get too much.
You're drawing so many cards. But there's a couple of things you can do. So resing it when it just comes out is pretty good because it just helps you find what you need. But the other thing you can do is try and get them out to get when you're on like match point or even close to match point. Because you can res 2 or 3 of these and draw like 7 cards or 10 cards to find your last one. That's pretty good. Like
that's a lot of your deck.
If you're on 5 points with an Astro counter,
and you're ready to just go as soon as you
and you just go, okay, I'm going to draw 10 cards now with no click.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
That's very cool.
So I think this is a strong card. A strong card. A couple of guys here have been playing it in IG, in the IG grinder thing.
Interesting.
And that's really good too, because it just helps you chuck stuff in archives and get the cards you want. So this is a good card. I expect to see quite a lot of play. It's powerful. The trash cost of 2 sucks, but the effect justifies it, I think. Okay. It's a powerful card.
Does it work with DBS for maximum insanity?
It probably does, but I don't know how. I mean, no, okay, it totally does. So you draw 3 plus 1 extra from DBS, add 1 of the cards you just drew to the bottom of R&D, and add any cards from HQ to the bottom of R&D.
That's crazy.
But I don't know how you fit this and DBS in your deck.
Yeah, I don't know. That's if you manage to pull that off, you've done some crazy good deck.
Yeah. So actually, that would be. Man, that's so confusing. So if you have 1 of these and 3 DBS, you draw 6 cards, add 3 to the bottom, then add a card from HQ to the bottom of R&D.
I don't know if you want that.
I want that.
Okay, cool.
I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's one other thing. I'll run it. Like, it's interesting to me. I think it's cool that in the color pie, which we're learning a lot more about since like post MWL, that for NBN, their thing is putting cards at the bottom of R&D, but for Jinteki, their new thing is putting stuff on top of R&D.
Yeah, that's true. That's the point. Yeah, good. Good call. The next one of these is the Wayland one. It's called Commercial Bankers Group. It looks pretty cool. These guys are all very smug. They've diversified the classic Wayland pose of guy leaning back with his feet on the desk.
So now leaning forward aggressively. And examining financial charts.
Yes. They're examining all kinds of
charts. A bunch of ladies. And look at the nice gender distribution.
Yeah, there's a bunch of ladies. When your turn begins, gain 3 credits if there is no ice protecting this server. 1 credit to res, 2 credits to trash. Money is speech, and I'm listening intently. Krishnan Serene.
And his other quote is, politics is a dirty business, but so is business.
Yeah, so I guess Krishnan is just like the scumbag of the Serene family. Like, there's Jasminda the hacker, Akshara the Christ analog, or probably Gandhi actually, huh? And Krishnan is the guy who works for Wayland. And is a scumbag, so that's interesting.
Yeah.
Again, I've seen this in IG more.
Really?
Yeah.
Does it do work then?
Yeah, it makes money. Cool. It's just a card that prints money forever if you let it, so I don't think it's that good in Wayland.
Yeah, I was thinking that, like, again, if you're going to play it anywhere, it's probably Blue Sun, and then you just kind of use it as your Adonis substitute.
That's acceptable, I guess. Oh, that's fine, yeah, that's alright.
Yeah. Or you try playing
But again, it's not.
and hope like Jesus, they're not a
Yeah,
wizard.
but again, the no ice protecting the server just makes it hard. I don't.
Yeah.
I think this is like, yeah. I think most of these fire once outside of IG.
Yeah.
They fire one time. Sensi Actors Union is a card that you're kind of okay to fire one time.
Mhm.
This is not really.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in IG, it does stuff. The next card is Busted. It's called Mumbad City Hall.
It's yeah. The first time I played against you with this thing, it's just
bananas.
it's such you have to trash it as soon as you see it. You have to trash it.
You have to kill this card. So it's 1 to res, 3 to trash. Asset Facility Government. Click Search R&D for an Alliance card. Reveal it. End play or install it. Paying all costs. Shuffle R&D.
One click to tutor and player install. That's so efficient.
It's bananas. It's so good. And like, of course, we're going to talk about this in the IG context because that's where it showed up for us. You just have this, and you just go click, 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 install 3 museums of history,
or install 3 Mamba temples.
Yeah, just like, what are you going to do?
Like, Heritage Committee is an Alliance card.
That's a separate thing, but just on the face of it, this is absurdly powerful efficiency. Like, ridiculous. The wording also because it says paying all costs, the wording sort of implies there could be ice, Alliance ice.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
There aren't many cards for this cycle that haven't been spoiled yet, and we haven't seen any of that yet.
So
but I think there's about 10 pieces in there. That,
yeah. But, yeah, man, this is so efficient. Because you don't care. You're just like, yeah, I have 3 museums of history. What are you going to do about it? Trash them all in one turn? Because you have to trash them all in one turn, or they just come back. It's really good. The interaction with Heritage Committee is the interesting thing. Because how it works is Heritage Committee lets you draw the top 3 cards of R&D, or draw 3 cards, and then add 1 card from HQ to the top of R&D.
Yep.
What this lets you do is it will let you see the top 3 cards of R&D before you draw them.
How does that work?
Because you just go, okay, click to find Heritage Committee. And as you do it, you just look at the top 3 cards of your R&D because you're trying to find Heritage Committee.
Ah.
Yeah. So, and because you can fail to find, so you can just go, oh, I don't want to draw those. I didn't find a thing. Reshuffle.
So even if it's in there, you can just say...
I think you can. I might be wrong about that.
Okay.
I might be wrong. Maybe you just like keep a Mumba Temple. It's possible.
Yeah, you just grab something else.
Yeah, so probably check that on Anchor.
Yeah.
Because I might be wrong about that part. But you can, but what you can definitely 100% do is after you use Heritage Committee, you put the card on top of R&D, and then you shuffle. What?
Consistency! Yes!
It's bananas. It's really good. This card's good. If you're playing against IG, you kill this bad boy. You kill this.
ASAP.
Okay? I know there's museums and turtlebacks and Mumba temples and you're screaming internally.
Proliferate so much faster.
But you have to murder this card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nip it in the bud. It's cool to see like so many like cool new efficient... Oh, like I love that this is in Wayland.
Yeah.
Because I love seeing Wayland get some love.
It's one influence.
Yeah. So it's never going to appear in Wayland. But it's nice to see green cards on the table, you know?
Yeah, true. That's very true, actually. It's good to see. I mean, the last time I splashed Wayland cards in, like, anything else...
It was Scorched Earth, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like Scorch. And that's... Actually, man, it totally is.
Yeah.
Maybe... I think I had Archer in Fast Advance for a little while, but apart from that, you just don't splash Wayland cards. That's depressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
The next card is a Wayland Barrier. Hey, it's a Wayland Barrier that says End the Run on it.
Meta explodes.
Yeah, guys, are you excited yet?
I think this actually merits some interest.
Yeah, Bailiff 2 to res, 0 to B strength.
When the runner breaks a subroutine on Bailiff, the corp gains 1 credit.
Yeah.
And has a single End the Run subroutine.
So it's shit pop-up window.
Sort of. Okay.
Exactly.
They have to get a barrier breaker. They have to get a fractor to get through it. So that's a thing.
Yeah.
Unlike pop-up window, you can milk the effect by adding more subroutines. I don't think there's a good way to do that.
Oh yeah, you can do this sub boost or whatever.
Yeah. But I think this effect is good for Wayland because having pop-up in Wayland is a nice thing. This kind of credit swing. Yeah. Because Wayland theory is all about having 1 or 2 traces in the game that win you the game.
Sure.
You win off the back of your Cecils, you win off the back of your mid-season replacements, or a punitive or something.
Yeah.
And so this kind of credit swing thing for relatively low cost is pretty good. Keeping it in faction, they can use some of their influence a bit more efficiently.
Yeah.
I think that's the thinking behind this card.
Okay.
I tried playing it instead of Ice Wall, and it was okay.
Okay.
It like gave me an extra 2 credits this when I was making so much money anyway. It didn't matter.
Yeah, sure. Okay, fair enough. I don't think it's very good, but whatever.
Yeah.
And finally, a card that I'm just weirdly excited for, and I probably will never play it, but I really like the idea of playing this.
Okay.
It's Surat City Grid. Okay? Surat City Grid. Upgrade region. Whenever you res a card in or protecting this server, not including Surat City Grid, you may res another card, lowering the res cost by 2. But this is pretty sweet because you can just chain a server.
Yep.
Like at one whole server. Like, so the combo, the sickest combo, is you have Brain Taping Warehouse and you have a server. Yeah, bro. Yeah, we're going there. I really want to do this. But
I never see this side of you, Miles.
yeah, I don't know. It's just this card makes me want to do it. I don't know why. So you have your server and it's got like Eli and Itchy and Janis.
And Hudson.
And no, not Hudson, you crazy. And Janice.
And Janice, okay.
And this is on your
Janus.
server. Janus. So you have your Brain Taping Warehouse in your server, and maybe one somewhere else if you're a spicy burrito.
Yep.
And you res the one in your server, and that triggers this. And then it makes them cost 6 less. All of them. So you res the ice for 6 less, and then Surat triggers, and then you res the next one for 6 less, and then Surat triggers, and then you res the next one for 6 less, and you turn into a New Zealander. And then you res the Heimdall on R&D for 6 less.
If they run first click.
No, you do it on your turn.
How?
Because that's how resing works.
Oh, right. So
You
you
res
res something
anything.
in the server.
Yeah.
And then just...
And then you just chain it out.
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's so cool. Like, it's not amazing
man.
or anything, but it's just cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's
very cool.
really cool. And someone did quite well with this at a Sword Champ.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty well. The only reason I'm not playing it is because I'm just bored out of my mind playing HP Glacier now. Because I was playing it for a long time.
No, that sounds like something else, though. That sounds like something a bit different.
It's still like HP Glacier.
Yeah.
The goal's the same, but you get to have one moment in the game where you just like, yeah, you just res like a ton of ice for free, which is a HP thing, sort of.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a card that's exciting, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see Brain Taping Warehouse in someone's deck. Like if you're playing and you're running and you see a Brain Taping Warehouse, you should trash it because they probably have this and they want to do the wombo combo. Or don't trash it. Just let them have their, let them have a good time.
They're playing Wayland cards.
Yeah,
Just let them.
but we've
cherish
got
it.
2 Whaling cards in this pack that could be splashed out of faction that don't murder people. So that's something.
And that's
You
progress for the Wayland Corporation.
That's progress.
The consortium.
That's progress from the consortium. Yeah. Do you have any other thoughts, Eric?
Sorry, I was so enthusiastic about the janky applications of this stuff.
No, I think a lot of it's janky.
I think I guess the promise of the Mumbad cycle is that it promises lateral growth, pun intended. And I think it's doing the job pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of it's competitively viable.
Enough.
Yeah. How many cards in this pack have you seen played in, sort of like tier 2, tier 1 sort of decks?
Yeah, sure. So the cards that I've seen, so Political Operative, definitely, Councilman, Clones Are Not People, Bioethics, Sensi, City Hall, and I've seen Surat City Grid in a deck that did well in the tournament, so we'll count it.
So that's
Not bad.
That's like a 7 cards straight out of the gate,
Yeah.
not too much fiddling required to make them great
Yeah.
cards.
It's
That's
pretty good.
it's a lot of very
And
good
we
cards.
still haven't seen if there's a deck with political dealings or clone suffrage movement yet either.
Yeah. So I know that's something that I want to fool around with a little bit more.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, so it's a good pack. I like it.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Get to do some cool things. Yeah.
Netrun is fun.
So I hear.
I love
Netrun
Netrun,
is
man.
fun. Netrun is fun. Netrun is a good time. Because you get to have interesting experiences, right? Like, I went to our game night the other day on Thursday, and I played a bunch of games, and the last game I played was against this really new dude who's really nice, and he smoked me.
Yeah.
He absolutely stomped me with like Wayland Rush.
Yeah,
and it was great. You know, it's just like, yeah, cool, man, good job.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
I've been playing Weather Rush for ages, and I played against Jamie as well.
Yeah.
On the Sunday before, and I was playing the Nero, and I got like really cocky, and I was like, whatever, and he smoked me as well.
Yeah, it's cool. It's good.
Yeah.
So it's great when that happens. Yeah, so thanks for tuning in to the Sneakdoor Melbourne Democracy and Dogma special, and we'll see you next time.